everybody. Welcome to the Undefeated by Choice podcast. One more time. Wex is gone and Nick is here. She will not be showing up, but it is my fault and not hers.
Yeah, well, and she's trying to get that Oscar. She told us that if she gets nominated, we get an invite.
Yes.
Over her family.
To the red carpet.
Yeah, red carpet.
Yeah.
I don't even put me in the nosebleeds. I just want to go.
No, you're sitting me next to someone famous.
Okay, Ryan Reynolds.
You're sitting you next to Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah, dude.
Who plays his wife in Deadpool? Sit me next to her.
Me.
Sit me next to her, Wex. No, Wex is out. She's on location doing a shoot right now. She would have been here, but we had to film on Wednesday because I'm going out of town.
Yep.
And so
these guys are always traveling.
I'm a traveling man. So
I am not.
So yeah, she's gone. She's out. She's that's not her fault. It's my fault.
No,
she planned appropriately, and then I threw a curveball, and she said, "No,
I know.
I got a job.
I can't.
I'm not gonna be there.
Yeah,
Matt, pull it together. Don't leave town." I was like, "Oh well, I guess we're just gonna do the episode without you."
Now we have to do NPR on schedules.
Yes, yeah. So NPR.
Yeah.
You know, Matt pays respect a little bit. I want to pay a little bit of respect. You know, I want to pay respect to the real ass people out there.
Yeah.
There
are a bunch. Not many anymore.
I feel like there's not a lot. I feel like there's not a lot of authenticity anymore.
Nope.
And you know, of course, this whole podcast wouldn't exist without social media.
Nope.
That's where I run. That's the realm that I live in. And I see so many people that are just not real.
Nope.
And it
drives me nuts.
Yeah. They're not authentic. Nope. And even using that word is almost like played out because I feel like the people who are not authentic use that word a lot.
Yeah.
And
hashtag original.
You know, I just like I was watching an Instagram story today. I was watching two Instagram stories today. One of them was this lady that was talking about like she was talking about her feelings or whatever, and she I know. How dare you talk about your feelings? No, but she was like, and she always does this. She always talks about her feelings, and she's always like, well, yeah, I was having a bad day, and I decided to just sit with my feelings. Instead of trying to get over it, instead of trying to be happy, I just decided to sit with my feelings.
Oh.
And she talks about this 24/7. She's trying to be like a lifestyle coach.
Oh.
And she talks about this all the time, and I'm like,
okay,
why are you always in such a mood where you just have to sit with your feelings? Like, I never sit with my feelings. I'm always in a good mood.
Right.
Like, generally, I'm always in a good mood.
Yeah, I'm always happy.
And when I'm in a bad mood, I'm like, I gotta get out of this.
Yep.
And I gotta get in a good mood.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's so. And I know kind of where it comes from because I work in a field with therapists.
Yeah.
And they talk about sitting with your feelings a lot. But I feel like people are they're just taking it to the extreme.
And the worst part is they use it. So say someone has depression or anxiety, or someone that has feelings and they aren't bubbly like you and I. Because I mean, we're both.
I wouldn't say I'm bubbly.
Well, not bubbly.
But I'm happy.
Yeah, but we're happy. You know.
You're kind of bubbly.
Dude, I'm super bubbly.
You're kind of like...
Yeah, like I'm like the good witch.
You're a soda pop.
Yeah,
You're so bubbly.
I fly in on a bubble. Like, that's how I get here.
Yeah, that's how you got here is on a bubble.
The car that looks like I drove in, that's just cardboard. Anyway, what drives me nuts is that people use this to push social media. Like, they go, I'm going to sit with my feelings. But instead of doing it, they go, I need to record it and tell everyone about it.
My next point, I wasn't going to talk about this one, but I was going to be, yes, you're, another human being. I'm not going to say the gender because I don't want to make it sound like it's a gender thing because men do it too.
Oh my God.
But another human posted a picture of themselves with tears pouring down their face.
What?
And they were like,
you must have a good camera.
And they were like, not like the tears were on their face.
I know what you mean.
And they said, and they were like, oh, like I'm being vulnerable right now. And I'm like, the last thing I think about when I'm crying is I need to take a picture of this.
You know, when I was younger, if I had to cry, which I don't cry very much, but anyway, if I had to cry, dude, I was so embarrassed.
Yeah.
Like if I'm driving and I'm crying or whatever, I'm like, oh shit, there's a car.
Yeah.
Oh god. You know, even I think Dane Cook made a joke about it. He's like, the other cars aren't like, did you see that guy crying? We need to flip a U-turn and just laugh
we gotta
at
go
him.
watch him. Yeah.
Yeah. Like no one cares that you're crying.
It's
Like
okay
I get
to
it.
cry. It's okay.
And
to
it's
cry.
fine to cry.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing. But you know,
but to take a picture of it.
Yeah, but to take a picture and then say I'm vulnerable. No, you're narcissistic.
Yeah.
That's what you are.
And so we're being a little harsh right now, but honestly, like if you want to be real, like just be real.
Yeah.
And the thing is like, okay, I'm gonna be honest. If I'm not, I use my social media for two things: to post adorable pictures of my daughter,
which, oh my, yeah,
she's the cutest,
dude. She is going to be a heartbreaker,
and I want everyone to see how adorable my daughter is.
She is adorable.
So I do that, and then the other thing is I use it for business connections.
Yep.
So I reach out to people that I want to work with, or people that I want to have on the podcast, or just whatever. Sponsorships, I use it for business, and and so I'm very transparent about what I'm using it for.
Yep.
I like to brag about how cute my daughter is, and I want to make money one day.
Exactly.
And so, boom. That's what my social media is.
Mine is just, it's that. I don't have kids. So I just post funny things to make people giggle.
Yeah.
And, you know, random crap throughout the day, or I don't post at all, and I scroll through and I go, wow, man, I remember when social media used to be fun.
Yeah. Oh,
you know
so,
what I mean?
So yeah, that's why I don't. So when I'm not posting, that's when I'm being vulnerable and in a bad mood.
Well, I
if
need
I'm
to take
not
a
posting,
picture of you and post it.
Yeah. If I'm not posting, it's because I'm in a bad mood. And so like you don't need to post and be like, I'm having a bad day.
Yeah. And don't get us wrong, we're not being cynics. Like I'm not saying if you're in a bad mood and you like, you know, if you want to take a picture and that makes you feel like you're being vulnerable, okay, but don't make that your only outlet. Like don't only post sad things to get attention. Don't only say, you know, if you're gonna be real, like we're saying, be real. You know, don't post a picture just to get likes, and if you don't get enough likes, be pissed off about it.
I just don't feel like that's truly vulnerable.
No.
If you're telling people I'm being vulnerable right now,
that's
I don't
like
feel
saying
like that. Yeah.
That's like saying I'm the best at being humble.
Yeah, I am the most humble person I've ever met in my life.
You will never meet someone more humble than I.
I am so vulnerable. No, you're showing me what you want me to see.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying is like I respect real people. I respect people when I watch their Instagram. I go, yeah, that's them.
Yep.
That's who they are.
Mm-hmm.
That's who they are every single day.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that I respect. Those are the ones that I want to see. Those are the ones that I'm excited to see their story.
Yeah. I unfollow things if it's too like depressing.
Oh yeah. There was some guy, he added me 2 days ago. And he had 6 posts. The very first night he added me, he had 6 posts that were like just attacking, like don't effing lie to me and don't treat me like I'm less than what I am, like 6 in one night. And I'm like, bro, you just said it one time and that you got your message across. You didn't need to write 5 other posts about that. No one needs to. I don't need to see that when I get on my. I don't need to know your secret messages.
No,
I don't need to know your.
And that's what blogs used to be for. Like people used to blog, and that used to be like they're like,
that was their outlet.
You should read my blog.
Yeah. Now they're like, no, I'm gonna use my status update as my blog, and I just respect the people who, when I read their stuff, I go, I feel like I know who you are.
Yeah,
I feel like I know who you are. But when I read your stuff and I'm like, who are you? You're
don't
just
put
this
a facade on.
You're just this always vulnerable, sad, but also super happy and in a good place. But you're always sad, but yet you're always in a good. It's very apparent that you are very conflicted.
Very much.
And I'm just from an outside viewer. There's no way that I am the only one that's registering that way too. So if you want to come off as a happy person, then just be a happy person and just post happy things.
Yeah.
You know,
or like even if you're not a happy person, you know, and if you say, you know, because there are people that have depression and things like that. We're not discrediting that, but it's like, don't try to bring everybody else down, because people that have depression, they don't want to be depressed. Like they don't sit there and go, well, this should be happening to me. You know, they want to be better. They want to get out of it. And they want to feel better and things like that. And they know they have depression, but it's the people that take advantage, the ones that don't have depression, but then they go, well, I can get more likes if people see me crying, or you know, hashtag this. Or hashtag,
my understanding.
The only hashtag that needs to be used is hashtag Nick is life. That's all I'm saying.
Hashtag Nick is life. I feel, from my understanding of depression, it really is. It's you want to isolate. You don't want people to know. You don't want people to see.
No.
You want to hide. You want to like go in. You know, we want.
You kind of want to get away.
Introvert, and you're not like reaching out for like. Maybe you are reaching out for like I need help, but you're not reaching out from getting little hearts on your Instagram feed or likes. Maybe you are. Maybe that's what we've evolved to, but I don't think so. I mean, I don't know.
Well, you remember back when Facebook was kind of like launching and it was taking off, and you saw those pictures, and it was like, I mean, it's horrible that they did this, but people would post these pictures of sick children, and it's like 1 million likes, and then they can afford insurance. Well, how?
Yeah.
And then like somebody made a meme of a doctor. He's sitting there like this, and he's like, oh God, it's just a picture like this. And then somebody put like a thought bubble, and it's like, God, they only got 900,000 likes. I guess I can't save this.
I guess I can't cure this child's life. I can't
cure this kid. Fix this kid's life because he didn't get enough likes. And that right there just kind of launched into people only caring about likes. And
No, I just
that's why we respect and we appreciate people who keep it real.
Yeah, I just really do. I just really want to pay respect to people who are just honestly just real people, just being who they are. If you are someone who posts something this sad but you are a real person and this is really who you are, then you're someone who then you're still someone who I respect.
Yeah,
it doesn't always have to
be real.
It doesn't always have to be happy. It doesn't always have to be positive. It doesn't always have to be good. So if you're listening to this and you're offended, it's probably because you're someone who's not real. If you're listening to this and you're like, no, but that's really who I am, then that's really who you are, and I respect that. So we're gonna get onto the episode with my boy Samson.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Jiu-jitsu, gonna have a jiu-jitsu tournament coming up. We're gonna talk all about it. Let us get ready for the show.
He reminds me of?
Who?
You ever Mortal Kombat? The guy that like the really big skinny dude that is always sitting like this.
Gazim?
Yeah. Because you guys will see.
I mean, I thought you were gonna say someone else. I was gonna say, well, that's racist because he's Asian. But then you chose an Indian person, which means you don't see color, and I appreciate that, Nick.
I don't see color.
That.
Yeah,
I just that.
Because he does crazy martial arts.
Although he saw this,
tall and skinny,
and he's like, oh, is that racist to have that? It's not. How?
No, it's not.
How? My co-host is Asian.
See, now you made it racist.
No, she said that. She was okay. She was the one who's like, no, it's cool, it's good. She gave me a thumbs up.
He's keeping it real.
I'm keeping it real. This is who I am. All right, everybody. We'll see you when we come back. All right, everyone. We are here with Samson Phommabout.
What's up?
MMA fighter, Brazilian jiu-jitsu artist, Muay Thai. What else we got on the list?
Wrestling, pretty much. That's about it.
Just anything that causes you to cause pain to another human being. Yeah. Okay. All right. Before we get, you got a big match coming up. Yeah. Before we get into that, we always like to make our guests like get loose a little bit. It's like one of those loosen up exercises. So I ask you some really dumb questions, or just questions that really mean nothing. But those are usually the ones that you get to figure out. Like you get to see the person more real than when they're just like talking about what they're here to talk about. Mm-hmm. So we want everyone to loosen up, stay loose. So we started out. It's called the Triple Threat Throwdown, and I come up with these questions myself. And actually, I don't. I steal them off the internet. I Google like funny or dumb questions, and then that's what I come with. So anyway, so the first question: if you could, oh wait, I gotta do Nick. You gotta throw the graphic up. You done that? It's already been up. Okay, all right. If you could be if you could be in any television, or sorry, okay, one more time. My spelling, my writing is so good. It's all so Nick bought me this to put all the stuff on so I could read the questions off of here, but I'm a caveman, and so I do it all on here, and I can't read my own writing. Yeah. And I'm old school, man. I'm an old man. I'm an old man.
Exact same thing too.
Thank you, Nick. With all this technology, trying to be nice to me. Don't come at me with it. It would have been better if you just would have got me 6 of these, man. All right. If you could be any television or movie character, who would it be?
Oh man, I don't even know. I don't even know.
What show are you watching right now? What's your go-to Netflix?
I haven't even been watching anything.
Oh,
really.
Man.
I've been playing Fortnite. That's it.
Okay. Are there characters in Fortnite? I've never played it.
Man, they're
just your character that you've built.
I don't know. Whatever my son always tells me about. It's just like Fortnite this, Fortnite that, and it's like, okay, I got it.
All right. So I guess some Fortnite character. Are they like? Could you be like a warrior or like an elf, or is it not one of those types of
Nah,
games?
it's just like a war game. It's just like pretty much like you're on one island and then you're on like parachute from a bus and then you go down and start looking for guns to kill each other. So, it's and then you break down woods and stuff and you start to like build a defense and then whatever you die. It sucks. It sucks when you die though for sure.
Okay.
Everybody knows that feeling.
I know everyone talks about Fortnite and I always see postings about it. I've never played it. The last kind of, I mean, I get into like not BioShock. What's the one? I don't know. It don't matter, man. It don't matter. I don't get into a lot of gaming because when I do, I'm one of those that like I'm in it 24/7 until I beat it. Like I can't sleep at night. I can't do anything. So like,
it's addicting.
Yes, in order for me to like exist, I have to like beat it and then walk away for like 2 years and not touch it again.
That's how I am.
So yeah, I couldn't get into Fortnite. I wouldn't. The show would be done. I wouldn't be able to do it
You'd
anymore.
probably be playing Fortnite on the here.
Yep. I would like have the TV behind you, like asking questions while I'm watching.
Yep. Hey, did you see this Bill? Did you see that kill?
Look at that! Look at my fort, man! Look at my fort.
Dude, that's badass.
All right. Okay. So if you could, let's say you could go back in time. If you could go back in time, but you still had your current brain, so you had all the knowledge you've gained already, and you just go back into your old body, what company or big sports bet would you make in order to make it rich?
Man, I wouldn't even probably go back and make it. I would probably just be more knowledgeable and probably do the same thing. I don't know.
You wouldn't try to get rich?
No,
you
I
wouldn't
wouldn't try to get rich. I mean, I don't regret my past. I don't, it made me who I am.
Yeah.
It makes me strong. So
dude, that's
I don't regret nothing that I did. I've done a lot of bad things. So, and then now you just gotta give back.
That's a good mentality, man. That's a good mentality. I would be like investing in like, I've always thought like if I had that opportunity, I would like study up on like the best investments to make it like that year. I would have sold the house. I would have I would have done everything to put a big old fat check down. So I'm all about scamming it. You want to be the same dude, man. That's honorable.
I probably would have understand more health if anything, because man, I did wrestling back in high school and junior high, and if I would have known about my health, I would have taken care of my body more and just like probably been better. But
you've done weight cuts differently.
Yeah.
Were you doing big cuts back then?
No, I didn't even do weight cuts, which I should have done, but I was always fighting guys bigger than me.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
But, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't change anything. I mean, I like the way things came out. Still push, keeping going.
Man, I respect that. I respect that, man. There's not very many people would say that. I think a ton of people have been like, I would have bet on. I don't know. There's one bet that I know I would have gone back and done because I regret it to this day. Because I'm a huge Saints fan. Obviously, I got the Saints gear everywhere. And the year that they won the Super Bowl, I was in Vegas before the season even started, and my buddy's like, "Dude, you should bet on the Saints." And I was like, "Nah, man, because if I bet on them, then it's gonna be bad luck, and they're gonna lose. They won't win the Super Bowl." And I was like, "I really think they got a good shot this year, so I don't want to jinx them." And then they went and won the Super Bowl that year, and their odds were terrible against them. I would have gone back and do that just so my team would have helped me make some money. I would have gone back and done it.
You would have been in big, huge place right now with all this.
Yeah. This studio would have been like 3 times the size. I'd have been able to pay for it. Yeah, man, that's one bet I would have made just because it's my team, and I thought they were gonna make it that year, but I was like, man, I don't want to jinx them. Like I think I personally affect that team. If I'm not watching them, they're not gonna win.
You probably hate my team.
Who's your team?
Patriots. I'm sorry. Brady.
All right, so let's close down the interview. We'll get someone else next week. No, actually, I don't hate the Patriots that much. There's other teams I hate more. Yeah, obviously, I don't like how much they win, and I don't like that they beat the Saints. Like that they, that in a matchup that that they would probably have the better odds to beat the Saints. I don't like that about them. But dude, you gotta respect Tom Brady.
Yeah.
You gotta respect Gronk.
Yeah, they've done a lot for the team, man.
Yeah, man. You have to respect Belichick as a coach. Like, and so I'm not one of those fans that just hates teams just because they're not my team. Yeah. I look at it and
I like it all.
Yeah.
Unless they're like probably like bragging hard about it.
Yeah.
You know, somebody bragging like, man, now I hate your team because of you.
Yep. There's definitely players that I'm like, nah, I'm not. I don't mess with that guy. But then there's the opposite. There's teams I don't really like, but there's players that I really like on the team. So it's just, I'm definitely a football fan first and foremost.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so itchy right now. I just took some Niacin, and I am just so itchy. I cannot. Just anybody who's watching and they just see me scratching, I don't have lice or anything. I know this thing's recorded, man. I'm sorry. I can't stop itching right now.
Take some of those gummies. They got some THC in it.
No, they don't. We'll get into that. We'll get into your THC because of the competition and just because it's a good topic. It's a hot topic right now. So we'll get into that. But no, these are regular gummies that Wex brings. That's my co-host. She couldn't make it today. She's a model. She's on a photo shoot, and we're filming early. We usually film on Saturday, but she brings these, but she like leaves them out so they get super hard. So you only eat like 2 at a time. You have to like hold them in your mouth and suck on them for a while. It's pretty smart, but I freaking hate it because I always grab them and toss it in, and I'm like, oh, damn it.
Probably break your teeth.
No, these ain't the THC. These ain't the stars of death. No, they're just regular old gummy bears. All right, third question on the Triple Threat Throwdown. What's the worst job you've ever had?
Oh, man. I think it was, I'd done a lot of like waiter, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Because I wanted to train and like just like have my own set schedule.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was like, man, this sucks so bad. And then I went to cooking. I was like, man, cooking's a lot better.
Oh, it's better?
But then it sucked later on.
The hours are definitly worse, right?
Yeah.
So what was the worst restaurant? Yeah, you can say it. You can say it.
I think Iggy's is the part of where I worked. It sucked a lot.
Really?
Yeah. I like the boss was just like, man, I don't even know why I hired you. I meant like, man, I don't even know how I got hired. He was just bad at me. I was like, man, I felt like he hated Asians forever.
Really?
Yeah.
It was against Asians?
Yeah, I don't even know why he hired me.
That's terrible.
Dude,
you know, you know what's weird? You know what's weird is like I in my high school there was like 3 Asian kids.
Mm.
And I didn't realize, like, I watch this other podcast called Tiger Belly a lot with Bobby Lee, and he always talks about like the just like the hardships he had growing up as an Asian, because he grew up in a town that didn't have a lot of Asians too.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize the racism the Asians get.
Yeah.
Like I didn't, dude.
Yeah.
I had no clue.
I was always the only Asian around school too.
And so it was just constant.
Yeah.
Dude, like I didn't realize, because my homie that he was like my good friend. We'd sit in his basement eating seaweed all the time. The two of us, the seaweed candy or the seaweed like little strips.
I can see those.
Yeah, dude. They're so good.
Like,
yeah,
the kids will be going like this.
Yeah. And like I didn't realize it. Like, and it's just, dude, I'm just glad that. I mean, I'm glad that I didn't act stupid like that. But did you run into that a lot? I mean, you said like
I was the only Asian like out of my elementary and you know junior high, so there was always like just definitely the eye slant, face making and everything. But I was like, what are you doing? And I got in fights a lot. I got fights like in elementary from 5th grade to like up.
Is that what started your fighting career? Like you?
No, I mean I just like I just defended myself. I was never like a person to back down from anything. So I was like, you want to do something, I'll just hit you. Like I don't like talking, so I'm not good at talking. So I just hit.
Yeah.
I grew up fighting like on the streets, but I always knew that it was never compared to like a trained fighter.
Yeah.
Because I always saw my friend going into like karate and stuff, and then I would watch them, but. I never compared like street fighting to like trained fighters, so I understand. So I've always understood like that part of like the street fighting and
yeah, dude.
whatever.
Yeah, I don't like. I've always I was kind of the same way. Like I would watch. I grew up doing karate a little bit and just seeing those types of competitions and that type of like competitive fighting, and then I got to see street fights and I'm like, dude, this is not the same thing. Like this is ugly, this is dumb. And like I've said it to this day, like since I started training, since I started fighting, I'm like, dude, I would never get in a street fight because it's just ugly. And there's no like, to me, it's art, man. Martial arts is a real thing, and so that's what I'm trying to watch, that's what I'm trying to see, and then at the same time I'm like, yeah, but we could step in the cage and get paid for this. Why am I fighting for free, taking a chance, having an ugly fight, getting caught, looking dumb, and then not walking away with a paycheck? I mean, if you look dumb, but you still get a paycheck at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a little better.
Get a little bonus.
Yeah, it's a little better.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I street fights, man. I don't mess with that.
The crazy thing is, like, I grew up in around a lot of Mexicans, so I always had Mexican friends. And I was always going against Mexicans, and then it was like if Mexicans, Asian, well then one Asian, which was me. I was the only Asian in the whole school.
Yeah.
And then as I always got taught made fun of that for being Asian.
Yeah.
It's normal. But I never saw it as like, oh, you bullied me.
Yeah.
I just fought back.
Yeah. So there was no bullying because you were automatically on it.
I was just like, you want to do something, let's go.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had older kids try to bully me and push me into lockers.
Yeah.
But I still stood my ground. So
for real?
Yeah. She's like, man, and then all of a sudden man, I have these bunch of group of essays coming up to me like, man, you want to join our clique? I'm like, whoa, you don't have Asian, right?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, man, it's alright. I'm like, no, I'm good.
No, I'm good. I'll pass on that.
I'll pass it.
No, that was the same. My school. Where did you go to school?
I went to Midvale Junior High and then Sandy Elementary.
Okay. Because I grew up north in Ogden and Roy, and so it was the same situation. There's one or two, three Asian kids in the school, and then all Mexican. A bunch of Mexicans. All my friends were Mexicans. It was white Mexican and then a couple Asians and two black kids.
Yeah.
It was not a diverse school.
Yeah.
And so race relations, dude, I had no clue with any of that. I didn't because we were all friends. There was so few of them that it wasn't like they would click up and then we'd have cliques. They'd be friends with everyone. So we were all kind of friends. So I can honestly say I was ignorant to racial relations until I moved out to Tennessee.
Oh yeah.
And then I was like, whoa.
There's a diverse.
You guys got a problem out here. You guys are racist.
Racist?
No offense to all of Tennessee, but there was I saw real racism out there.
That's crazy.
Legit racism out there, and it was bad. And then I moved back to Utah. And I remember going to college. College, everyone wants to be smart and everyone wants to just feel like they're so experienced in the world. So they'd be and they'd be talking about racism. And I'm like, you guys don't know racism. I just came from Tennessee. That's not racism. That's a joke. Calm down. And so I definitely had a different view of it growing up. But I'm just glad I was able to hang out at Brett Shimzu's house and eat seaweed all day. That was my boy.
Man, there was, and then I remember there was one other Japanese kid who always brought chopsticks and his sushi, and I was the only one that understood why he was using it.
Yeah.
Everybody would make fun of him, man, look at that fish in there, it smells. I'm like, oh man, you guys are rude.
Yeah. And it ain't, dude. I love Asian food. I love it, man.
Asian food is good.
Yeah, and was it me and Mio that were talking about this? I didn't realize this though, because I was always like, man, there's a reason their body type is the way it is because of the way they eat. I mean, it's high fish, the carbs from the rice, but I didn't realize diabetes is
it's big in there.
It's
big for Asians.
Yeah,
it's because they use so much damn sodium or whatever that raw fish. I don't know what the hell
it's from the rice. It's all the I think it's the sugars or something in the rice or whatever. It's from the rice. It's so bad, but It's almost worth it because
Yeah.
their food's so good.
Yeah, I barely even get to eat my own sticky rice and stuff sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
I miss my mom's cooking, and then I miss like Asian food, but I'm always stuck like eating like salads or like a protein
Because
burger.
you're cutting weight. Because you're cutting weight. Yeah.
Like this for the next ADCC one, I have to like make what 146.2 just to fight at, so I'm like 153 now.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I was like 160, 162, but that was while I was walking out. Now I'm like pretty full on a training camp, so
Dude,
but I could do more.
all the pictures you post, you're freaking shredded. You are shredded.
I feel like I'm like fat.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah, dude. The picture, like all the like your fight pictures or whatever you have posted, I'm like, dude, this dude is jacked. Like, I mean, so is cutting weight hard for you because you're so muscular, or do you think you cut it pretty easily?
Man, I cut it pretty easily. Just like if you diet right, you know, you could like wake up on weight, or you could just like even be like, oh, I'm like 148 and then or 146 point what 7.
Yeah.
Like you barely under. Oh, I'll eat a little bit because it's gonna go down as throughout the whole day.
So who helps you with your diet? Just you?
Man,
you
just me.
You figured it out yourself?
Yeah.
Is that what you're going into? Are you going into nutrition?
No, I'm not. I mean, I've tried a lot of different things throughout my whole, fight career. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it takes a lot just to see what's right for my body.
Yeah.
My body is like pretty sensitive to like certain things. So like, especially if I eat like something that's gonna blow me up,
Yeah.
I gotta really watch out for that.
Yeah.
Because I get bloated easily, and so I just try to see what I gotta stay away from. But more than that, I like to eat fat food, man.
Yeah, dude,
Food is everything.
I feel you,
know?
man. I used to be 280 pounds.
Yeah.
So, dude, yeah, I could eat, and I still can.
I used to be 200 pounds too.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I was getting fat.
Yeah.
And then I went to I got locked up because I turned myself in because back then I was like doing my gang banging times and everything.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so I got locked up and I came out and I started working out, and then I got up to like 180 in muscle, and
Yeah.
then I joined Absolute, and then was just like, man, I need a life changing, so I joined them, and then now I'm like stuck at 150 to 160.
I haven't been 150 or 160 since I was in like 3rd grade, bro. I fought at 170, and that's the lowest I've gotten in my adult years. Yeah, I got up to 280 at one point, and then I lost 100 pounds, so I got down to 170. I got down to 175, and then I started putting on muscle, and then I took a fight, and so I dropped down to 170 for the fight, and now I walk around at like 205 right now.
Oh, nice.
So if I was ever to do it again, it would be at 185. I'm not going to 170 again.
It's tough cutting down.
Yeah. And when you get older, I didn't
dieting
believe it,
sucks,
man. I didn't believe it. When I lost my 100 pounds, I did it in 5 months. So I was like, dude, I can lose weight. After I hit 30, nope.
It's hard, huh?
Nope, it's not the same thing.
Man, I just barely hit 30. Well, yes.
You just hit 30?
Yeah.
Oh man, get ready. All right, so we got a little off track at the question of the worst job you ever had. We literally went from, I don't even know how we got. We went out for the worst job you ever had all the way here. So the next thing we do, the last kind of thing I do, I give you 30 seconds. 30 seconds to give a message to the world. All right, so this is like we're in the future. There's a president of the world, okay? Someone's taking over it all, and he's in charge of it all. He calls you up, says, Samson, you got 30 seconds. You don't have to take the full 30 seconds. You can take 2 seconds if you want, but you have 30 seconds to give a message to the world. And then he turns the loudspeaker onto the world, and your voice is heard. What are you gonna say?
Man, help one another change the world. If you could help one person, you motivate them and help themselves, it's gonna help them help another. So that's what I like to do. I like to motivate others, because I want him to have a good life just as I want to have a good life.
Yeah.
So I always tell everybody, motivate one another, no matter who it is, whether it's a beginner or a pro.
Yeah.
Just motivate one another, because you never know what the outcome's gonna be when they're up there.
Yeah.
So.
I love it, dude. I love it. So you probably went over 30 seconds, but But your original message was help each other.
Help motivate.
Dude, I love that. So
another.
everybody that we've had on the podcast, that's generally like their message.
Yeah.
You know, that's generally like something that they say, and I love it because it tells us the type of people that we bring on this show. But the thing that I always can't like, I can't like really register is like, do you feel like that's the mentality of most of society? Like, do you feel like society's going that way right now, or do you? Because it feels like there's like right now, it's pretty toxic. Like there's some bad stuff going on. So, I guess like,
man, there's some crazy shit out there.
yeah. So like, where's the? I mean, like, is it something that people just want to do and it's hard to put to action, or am I just lucky to just like pull up good people on the show?
Oh man, you know, you bring you surround yourself who you want to be around with. You know?
Like-minded people.
Yeah, you know, I mean, if they're open-minded, then you're gonna get the open-minded people.
Yeah.
But Utah, a lot of people in Utah is like closed-minded, so people stick to their own groups and this and that. But hey, you know, you gotta get out of that circle. You know, be open and see what other people are like. You know, it's only gonna make your world better.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of an athletic mindset to be open-minded, because you're constantly learning, right?
Yep.
You're constantly learning new techniques, and like even with like your diet, like you're gonna talk to someone and they're gonna be like, bro, like this, you need to cut this out, you need to add this in. You're gonna try it for yourself, so you naturally become more open-minded because you're an athlete.
Yeah.
And I feel like that helps a lot of people, so that's why I guess maybe that's why everybody on my show is always like, help each other, because that's for real what it's about.
All it is. It's about networking and helping each other. You know, if one person struggles, you know, let's come together and help him out. You know, it's just like you know, the group and the team that I'm around with is like, we help each other no matter how much struggles we go through. We're gonna be there to help each other build. Yeah. You know, and that's what it's all about. We gotta make sure we train hard every day. We wake up early and we go on grind mode. You know. Even if we can't make it to the gym, you know, we gotta do something. So do you travel around a lot to train? Do you train at different places, or you just stick at one gym? I just stick at one gym down here, but you know, I do my own little stuff, like, you know, there's morning cardio, and then there's training at, you know, 10 o'clock, strength and conditioning, and then sometimes jiu-jitsu right after, and then open mat at like 12:30. You know, after that I go cut hair, because I'm a barber. Yeah. What do I need to do with my hair, bro? Man, just shave it. You just become me. Just go bald. Just go bald. Do I have no hope? You still have hope for a high. So like a high fade. High fade. I've been thinking about that. You got a military cut. Okay, yeah. I've been thinking about that, man, because I need to do something. I'm struggling, bro. I started losing my hair at 18. Oh man, I started at 23. So yeah, I feel you, man. It's rough, man. It's alright. We'll be all right. Yeah. We got the good rubbing. Well, I've been like, I keep it super short, and I keep it super short, and like on a fresh cut, people be like, oh, it looks good, and it's almost bald. But I'm like, should I just go bald? But then I'm like, I just take it. I can't pull that trigger, man. I can't pull that trigger. But I've thought about like just going like super high fade. Yeah. And trying to rock. That's what I do. You know, I mean, whatever. I just take down whatever, but. I let my Jesse and Rinda do their thing at Honest Cuts. Yeah. You know. Is that Honest Cuts? Yeah, where you're Honest Cuts Barbershop at 270 East, 900 South. All right, go hit him up. Utah. Go look up Samson. Get your hair cut. Yep. Come down. Man. But yeah. Anyways, yeah. So after I cut hair, you know, I go straight to the training. 6 o'clock. You know, get out at 7:30, 8, depending on how close we are. You know, to training. Yeah. But and hope, you know, if I'm stuck with a client, you know, I'm always late. Yeah. Because you know, it's hard to cut hair and, you know, leave a client right there. Yeah. If you're in the middle of hair, you can't just like, hey, I gotta go. Yeah, half done. I got practice. So where do you know Mio from? Mio is a former training partner from Absolute too. Okay. So, but yeah, that's how I know it. We trained I've trained her for about 7 years. Yeah. So I mean, that's how long I've been training for. Oh wow. So. Dude, I've only been doing it for like 2 or 3 years, but I love jits. I've fallen in love with jits. I've talked about it on the show a million times. Changes a lot of people. I tell everybody that talks to me, like, man, you gotta try. You know, you could ask all the questions you want, but I should tell you just come in. Yep. That's all.
Yep. So 7 years. So and you've got. You see, you had a what was it 7-0 amateur record, and you're at 4-1 pro.
Yeah, 7-0 Emmy and 4-1 pro, and then 1 national kickboxing title.
Nice.
And I think that's it. Yeah. Pretty much.
And then so now you have this JITS tournament coming up, the High Rollers tournament. This is the second one.
Yeah.
So how did the first one go? Because is it continuing that bracket from the first one, or is it a whole new bracket?
It's a whole new bracket.
So it's all one day?
Yes. So it's all in one day. This one's gonna be from 2 to 10, I believe now.
Okay.
So this down is gonna. I'm not sure where the place is gonna be at, but it's gonna be down in LA.
Oh, it's in LA.
Yeah.
I was thinking Vegas for some reason. High Rollers. I guess I was thinking it would be in Vegas. But I guess LA. Because is Eddie still? Is it Eddie's show? Eddie Bravo? Is he the one puts on? Because I know he was the ref.
He was the ref, but it's Mighty Matt on Instagram. His name's Mighty Matt. Mike Stotts and Big Lawns production.
Okay.
So it's High Rollers LLC, but it was a really big show, which was a good turnout.
Yeah.
Everybody was lit.
Yeah. So let's talk about it. Let's get into that. So I think when I read the thing, it says a cannabis infused jiu-jitsu tournament.
Yeah.
So did you have to get lit before you rolled?
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm always staying lit, so I was lit the whole day before that, and then I smoked like 3 more blunts before I stepped on the mat.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, man, I'm ready. But I was like pretty nervous before, because I wasn't like my high had just calmed down when I was like just chilling around warming up.
Yeah.
And then Big Lon handed that blunt down. It was like, let's do it. I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. So I was in a moment right there. So
like obviously living here, it's not a culture where smoking is acceptable.
Yeah,
and
prohibited in a lot of places.
We've got what is it? It's what we're making a vote. We're trying to vote. Did it already go through the ballot?
Yeah,
did it already go through? Or did it already?
They have it for November.
Okay, it's for November.
Somewhere around there, but
yeah.
I mean, man, everybody are stoners out here, man. Like all my clients, most of my clients are all stoners.
Yeah.
So, and they're all like coming from out of state, living here, or they'll be like, even like the Mormons, they don't even care, they do it themselves, or even the ones that don't do it are like, strict LDS, they support it.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed. So my parents, I grew up LDS. My parents are still strict LDS, but even I was talking to them a few weeks ago, and I was talking to them about the benefits of medical marijuana and just how good it can be. And I know if I would 10 years ago, 5 years ago, they would have been like, nope, we don't do that, nope. And this time they were sitting and having the conversation with me.
Yeah.
And we were talking about the benefits of it, and we were talking about how just how good it could be, and the reasons that it's not, the reasons that it hasn't become legal. And so do you see it? Do you picture it someday in Utah becoming legal?
Man, I believe it is.
Yeah. You think this time it's going to be what passes?
I mean,
or no?
even if it doesn't pass this time, it will. I believe it will next time. You know, just the way the whole community is changing. There is a cannabis community in Utah.
Yeah.
That's trying to get it all legalized and processed. I mean, the CBD does way good enough.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why it's legally now.
Yeah.
In Utah. So I'm guessing Utah has to have medical form is terminally ill now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's the law. You have to have, and it has to be in edible form, like 10 grams or something, I believe.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I've noticed CBD is just blown up everywhere. It's blown up everywhere. And I've seen it blown up here a ton. I follow all these athletes, and all of them are sponsored by some sort of CBD brand and company. What was I gonna say? I just I just don't see how. I mean, I know why. We know why. You know, there's didn't they just come out with it wasn't just a study come out that marijuana can kill certain types of cancers, like it can destroy it.
Yeah, I'm guessing like there's like certain opioids or something like they have to like get like kills or something like that. You know.
Yeah, and so like obviously, you know, a big pharmaceutical company doesn't want, you know, they're gonna make a lot more money, but there's got to be a way that they can still make money off of it. Like that's the conversation I want to have is, okay, all right, like forget like
why not let dispensers be recreational with pharmaceutical companies?
Yeah,
you know, put it together. Too.
Yeah, like find a way. If you guys need to make money, if that's what this is all about, find a way. Let's make some money. Like let's find a way to make some money so that we can help some people, so that we can cure some people.
At least come out with the truth.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Because I'm not, you know, I haven't done a lot of studies like into like marijuana, cannabis, any of that. I've done a lot of studies in mushrooms. I haven't taken any, but I've done a lot of studies in them. I listened to a ton of Paul Stamets talks, and like the benefits that come from microdosing. So you're not even having a trip. You're not even having a psychedelic anything. The benefits that come from that cures so many things. It cures depression. It cures
that thing makes
PTSD.
Happy and
yeah. You're empathetic. You're happy. You're relaxed. You're more creative.
Being on weed, but like you're laughing on that heavy shit you talk about.
Yeah. So and honestly, in the industry or the industry that we're in, where CTE is a real thing, and it's a dark, you know, it's that dark shadow behind everybody who steps into the ring.
Yeah.
I really would love to start seeing studies on people who think they have CTE microdosing mushrooms, but that weed has to come first. Marijuana has to come first. Like I feel like that's the gateway into the medical field of these plants, these plant-based, you know, helps.
Man, I support the shrooms. I like shrooms. You know, this like it gives me energy, and then it's like, man, I could do jiu-jitsu on it too.
Really?
You know? It gives you energy, makes you happy.
See, I've never done them. But I've studied them. Because, man, I would want to. And I have two jobs that test all the time, and so I can't be messing with that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, shrooms, you don't even get tested. It's a food poison, you know. So it doesn't test for like anything at all.
Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. No, I just, you know, it's just something I haven't messed with, but I'm like, I'm so curious about it because, man, if we can cure some stuff, if we can cure depression,
you can cure a lot.
Come on, like, why is this not?
I know some people that take it too, just to cure for depression. Like, he has like a little bottle of it, just takes it.
And he microdoses, or does he trip?
No, he just microdoses.
Okay.
Like, it's pretty cool. I hear they're trying to legalize it now in California.
Really?
Yeah.
They should. I mean, they should in Seattle first, because that's where it all grows. That's where they'd make all the money.
They're trying to do it recreational for California too. I believe.
So like, anybody who doesn't know what a microdose is, and this is, I mean, I'm an idiot, so don't take my word. This is just what I think I remember was said. Like, say. 0.25 grams is what gives you the psychedelic trip. A microdose would be like 0.2 grams. Yeah. Like literally, it's not even close to like the threshold of what gets you.
That wouldn't affect much.
No. They just, the people who do the microdose say, oh yeah, just like, you know, I do feel better. I do feel happier. I do feel like more relaxed. I feel more creative. Yeah. So it's like all the benefits that you get from shrooms without the side effects. So like, where's that? How's that bad? How's that wrong? And if you
want to keep it out, government wants to keep Mother Nature away.
And the sad thing is government is using religion to keep it out.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if you, I don't know how versed you are in Christianity, but man, you read and they're always burning something, they're always eating something, they're always drinking something before they have some sort of revelation. Like it's like the majority of the time. So it's like, they were probably, like, I'm not denying that and then you look at the revelation that they were getting, like, love one another, be kind to your neighbor, you know, don't steal, don't kill, you know, it's like all these good things that these people who are, taking psychedelics or or smoking are generally saying, you know, peace and love, that's a real thing, you know, like, that's really how they felt. And so I'm like, I'm not, to me, I'm like, well, maybe that's where this Christianity came from, was people who were getting high and they were like teaching the love that they felt while they were on it.
Yeah.
But then government finds a way, because now then Christianity comes and says, no, don't do it, and government gets behind them and says, yeah, don't do it, yeah, we agree, like, go ahead, yeah, you guys are right. And so it's just sad.
Trying to keep it away.
Yeah, it's just sad that that's where we're at, man. That's sad that where we're at. So one thing that I wanted to ask you about cannabis is, so my feeling with cannabis is that one of the reasons that it's fought against so bad is because now that it's becoming popular, it's almost like everybody who's doing it is like saying that it's like a fix-all for everything.
Yeah.
And so everyone's like, that sounds too good to be true. You guys got to be just wanting to get high. Like, you're just looking for an excuse to get high.
And there's those two types of people, you know?
Yeah. And so I'm going to ask you, what are the two, like, biggest benefits you get from smoking?
Man, after training, my body's relaxed and just healed. You know, it's ready to sleep for, like, recovery, you know?
Yeah.
I have a certain time I sleep at, but I just naturally fall asleep and I naturally just wake up at a certain time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it doesn't mean whether I take so much, how many milligrams, like 100 milligrams, or I can't even take that much. But when I do take that much, man, I sleep so good. But no matter what, I still wake up at the same time.
Yeah.
But I have a pretty high tolerance right now.
So do you mostly do edibles?
Lately I've been doing everything. You know,
yeah.
it doesn't matter.
So
It helps everything.
I used to smoke when I was in high school. It was like I used to smoke, and I wasn't like a lot, but you know, whatever for a high school kid. I guess in a high school kid in 2000, it was a lot, but and then I just stopped. Like there was no reason for it. I just was like, I don't want it. I'm done for a while, and then I just never got back to it because then I started having jobs where I couldn't do it, and so I don't even remember what it feels like to be high, but I did an edible not too long ago. It didn't touch me.
Oh wow.
I didn't feel a thing.
You didn't have the right. How many doses did you take?
So it was a kiwi. It was a dried kiwi. And so the dude was like, okay. He's like, dude, if you haven't smoked since high school, bro, I'm telling you right now, take a quarter of it. Just take a quarter. And so I was like, okay. So I take a quarter and I didn't feel nothing. So then I took another quarter. So now I'm at a half.
Yeah.
Didn't feel nothing. So then I threw the other half. So I took a whole one. Nothing.
Yeah.
Didn't feel nothing. I was like, well, this is dumb. I'm not going to chance losing my job. I'm not going to chance, I'm not going to chance all of this for it.
You
for
need a bigger dosage.
I guess. I don't know, man. I was just like, I'm not going to chance this.
You need like a whole jar of those gummy bears that are filled with THC.
I would?
Yeah, you should.
No, man. I'm not taking, I'm not messing with that. No, for me, it's one of those things that, if it becomes legal, it's one of those things I'll probably end up doing. And I definitely advocate for it. I definitely think people should be doing it.
Yeah.
To help them medically, and just again, like, just to be relaxed and to be more just like calm, because like we talked about at the very beginning, man, like society is not in a great place right now. I think if people could just chill out. Man, it would be a lot.
Man, everybody would probably be more chill.
Yeah. Well, that's what Paul Stamets says. He's like, dude, if everybody was on shrooms, we would have no war. We'd have no war, and we'd be way more productive.
Laughing and chilling and doing the shit you need to get done.
Yeah. So let's talk about this tournament again. Where are you ranked in it? Is there a ranking already?
I just won one, lost one. No, there's no rankings in it. They're just it's just like a little tournament that you register, you go in, you try to win for a pound of weed.
That's it. That's the winnings.
That's the winnings. I mean, of course, you can get like others, sponsorships and throughout. I think there is like a second place. So
are they expecting to be another big show like they had?
I believe this one's gonna be big.
Yeah. You think you're gonna get both the Diaz brothers out there this time?
Man, I'm not sure. Whatever they got.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure they're gonna be out there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of big names out there. So. It'll be good.
I'm excited to
It'll be
hear.
fun.
It's 2 days after my birthday, and I'm coming back from New Orleans. Otherwise, I would consider coming out and checking it out. 'Cause I love jiu-jitsu, man. I've fallen in love with it. So I would consider, but I'll be coming back from New Orleans, and so I ain't going nowhere after that. I ain't going nowhere after New Orleans, man. I'm gonna go to the gym because I'm gonna be fat from all that food I'm gonna eat out there.
I'm gonna be fat from after that too, and I need to make 146.
Yeah. Oh man,
that sucks.
That's I hate weight cuts, man. And everyone says that, but
I mean, yeah, if we could do it right and just like be at a steady pace, you know, it'll just come naturally.
Yeah, I've the guys that I fight with, I've noticed a lot of them. They've done really good at like they just kind of stay really close. They float around their fight weight all the time, and man, they feel so much better.
Yeah, like, that's what I do. I don't want to cut like majorly. You know, I feel shitty cutting. Last time I cut like when I did that national kickboxing tournament for the Team USA was like. Man, I had like 12 pounds to cut because I was just like eating red meat. I didn't even eat no chicken in the end to lean out.
Just red meat.
I just went straight protein.
Oh my gosh!
So
like, that would kill me, man. My body does not process red meat very well.
But that was the picture that I was like leaned out in. You know, the one.
It was like you're on the carnivore diet, so you had no fat on you.
Yeah. But yeah, after that, it was the toughest cut I ever did. You know, and then I was smoking weed too. So
how does that help with your cut? Don't you get hungry? Is that a dumb question? Is that a dumb uneducated?
I do get hungry.
Okay.
You know, I pig out when I can pig out, but if I do have to like do a diet, I'll do it.
Yeah.
But I'll just eat like a lot of fruits or vegetables. But I just can watch what I eat.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll still have like a cheat time.
Yeah.
But.
See, I need to figure out my diet, man. I need to figure out my diet big time.
It's hard to play with your own body with the food.
It really is. It really is. You don't want to cut anything out. You want to add things, but it's so hard. I've been eating one meal every other day for a while now, and then I just have snacks during the day, and it's usually fruit. Like I have an apple and a banana, a couple apples, couple bananas. But I think I'm just getting too much sugar in me now because I'm really not losing anything.
Man.
And so now I'm not having any food, and I'm not really losing any weight.
Oh. You're stuck the way you are.
It's the worst. It's the worst, man.
The only thing I eat in the morning is like bulletproof coffee. That just gets me through everything. Bulletproof coffee and weed.
Yeah.
That's it every morning.
everything goes back to weed with you.
Yeah. I do everything high, man.
Yeah.
Like, I cut hair. You know, it helps me focus. You know, it helps me create an art.
Yeah, I got a guy I played football with that said he plays better when he's high.
Yeah.
And he was a good player. And the games that he'd show up not high.
Oh man, you're not focused.
Terrible. So what's the focus like? It's
just like
because I honestly don't remember what it's like.
Just hits your brain, makes you think, and it's just like put you in that zone mode and like hell yeah, let's get to work.
Do you ever get too far? Do you ever get too high to where you can't focus? Or
only when I eat edibles.
Oh, okay.
Like I just found like my right dosage now. Like, I don't go no more than 25.
Yeah.
Like if I want to like train good, and I'll do 20.
Yeah.
So, but I won't go over that.
So what's the proper terminology for it? Because I feel like an old man when I talk about weed. I feel like an old man. Like I feel like I'm saying stuff and like the young kids are looking at me like, bro, you're like 40 years old. You're still calling it pot. Like I don't know. You can call it. You call it whatever you want. Okay.
Whatever business form or stoner form or whatever form you want it to be.
Okay. Because I work with teenagers and they talk about it all the time. Mm-hmm. And so when I engage in conversation with them, I always I say it and it feels like weird coming out of my mouth. It feels old, and then they like look at me and I'm like, sorry guys, I'm 33. It's
you're a dad.
It's pot to me, guys. Yeah.
People call me dad. I'm like, what the heck, man? I feel old.
Oh yeah. Are you a dad?
Yeah.
Oh,
I have
just
son.
One?
Yeah.
What's it like having a little boy?
Man, he's a handful.
Yeah. How old is he?
Crazy. He's 9.
Okay.
He's about to start school next week. He's big into Fortnite, which is man. That kid plays Fortnite all day.
So you guys play it together? It's good bonding.
Man, man, we fight over it. he likes to pick fights with me, and then I'm like, man, I don't want to play anymore.
he just owns you.
Like, yeah, and then there's like, no, you suck. I'm like, there's no winning.
yeah. No, I got a little girl, man. I wanted a little boy at first, but no, dude. After having a little girl,
oh yeah,
no, man, she's got me wrapped around her finger, and I'm not doing it anymore. I'm just one, man, one and done. Are you the same way? You want more? Or
no, I'm done. I want to go out there and get my gold and be able to go out there and change people's lives. You know.
Yeah.
I want to train people and help people, set their goals and help them reach their goals.
Yeah. So what's the plan? How is it MMA? Is it jiu-jitsu? Where you want to go the farthest in?
So right now I'm going in jiu-jitsu. I'm going to ADCC trials down in Jersey in November. After that, I want to get a fight because I'm hoping I'm healed up. I'm beat. I have like 2 sprained ankles and 2 messed up knees, 2 hyperextended elbows.
Ooh.
One wrist problem, and then both shoulders. So it's just like I'm broken, but then it's like I can't stay home, or like I can't not do anything. Like I have to do something.
Yeah.
Even like if like little small like teaching and stuff, I'll like just something to keep the brain into like martial art form.
Yeah. So you want to take a fight after the ADCC?
ADCC.
The ADCC.
Yeah. Abu Dhabi Combat, I think club. Yeah.
You think you're gonna be out here in Utah? Or are you gonna try to go take a fight somewhere else?
Wherever they have an offer, I wanna be able to make enough just to go out anywhere.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So you always try. Do you want to stand and bang for a while, or do you just try to take it to the ground? Because you wrestler, jiu-jitsu.
I've done both, so. It doesn't. I'll take it where it's taken.
You're comfortable wherever. I guess you're USA kickboxer. I guess you got. I guess you got some stand up.
Kind of a little bit, maybe. I'm always learning though.
Yeah. No, that's good.
But, yeah.
Yeah. So, tell me about. You got any sponsors?
No. I'm just chilling around. I haven't been doing anything for like 2 years because I've been in like barber school and chilling, hanging out.
Well, we actually had a guest get a sponsor from being on this podcast.
Oh,
so
nice.
Is there anyone you want to shout out to? Any sponsors you want to get?
Well, I mean, I'm always open to work with anybody. Anything you want to do, let's do a deal.
LA Kush. You want to get sponsored by LA Kush?
Kush. I'll take anything Kush.
Yeah.
I'm always about the Kush.
No, that's like, I feel like that's that's like such a key thing for athletes is to get sponsorships.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to get them nowadays because all these Instagram wannabes got a bunch of followers and they're not doing it, they're not putting in the work. Like you're out training all day, you don't have time to take like 700 900 selfies even though you've done more social media at the table than anybody than any of our other guests. But it's but it's like it's like you guys, the people who are out there actually putting in the work, don't have time to run out and try to get sponsored all the time. But people who just go to the gym once a day, take a bunch of pictures, like it kind of frustrates me.
That's like, man,
like
you get it, and then but it's like that's just how it is.
I've been trying to get sponsors for this podcast, and we'll have people that'll be like, we'll check it out, but then like they want to work out some deal. No one just wants to give us money so that we can do our thing. Like, just give us money, we'll do our thing, and then we'll go big and we'll make you money. But it's like it's hard to sell people on that, you know.
Is.
And it's tough for a fighter because like if you don't win, then they're like, oh, you're not gonna get it. You're not gonna.
I mean, I put my body through everything, Everybody knows how it is. You guys know how much body and tired it is.
Yeah,
it's
man.
like shoot. We work hard, but hey, we love what we do.
Yeah, for real. I don't like.
That's all it is. I just love what I do. I'll spend all my last money just to go out and compete, do what I love. Train, help others train, and make sure they try to be me.
Yeah.
And then so that I could get better.
Yeah.
So that's what I want.
Yeah, man. That's what it's all about. Like I've said 100 times, I don't think I'll ever take a fight again, but I love training.
Yeah.
I love going in there and making my guys get better.
Yeah.
Like when I saw this last weekend, when I saw my boy get an arm and triangle choke. I'm like, I put him in that all the time. He only knows how to do that because I put it on him. Like it made me feel so good to see him do that, to put that on. So it's like, to do that. But again, like going back to like the sponsors, man, like if you could get money from sponsors to just focus on fighting, that's what's going to make you a better fighter. That's what's going to get you a bunch of wins. But then they want you to have a bunch of wins before they put any money into you. And it's just like, we're all out here to help each other out. All right, so I want to help your company, your business make more money, but you got to help me out. And everyone wants to work some sort of deal.
What I just saw, like from Gary Vee, you put it into like word forms of like what I've always want to say. It's like he says admiration. You got to give it to each other. If you could give it to each other and help each other grow, it's gonna be like, man, you're gonna be booming. Yeah. So
is Gary Vee your boy?
Yeah,
dude, I
love that dude. He's awesome.
Did you go when he was here in Utah in October?
Oh, I didn't see him. No, I missed it.
He killed it. I bet. It was like this. It was a Tony Robbins thing. So Tony Robbins came out Tony Robbins was here too, and he killed it too. But everyone else before them did like this. It was like a sales pitch, like a real estate sales pitch, and they wanted you to come sign and put in money, and then they were going to teach you the secrets of real estate so you can become this real estate mogul. And Gary comes out, he's like, I don't have dick to sell you. Like, he was like, I don't have nothing to sell you. Here's what you need to do, and just killed it. And then I was like, that's my boy. Like, I was more excited to watch him than I was to watch Tony. But then Tony came out, and I was like, dude, he's a master. He's a master. You need to go to just one time. If you can ever make it, go to a Tony Robbins thing. Dude, he kills it. But Gary Vee, that's my boy. I got him to retweet me, or I got him to tweet back to me one time.
Nice.
I was like, I tweeted like, Gary Vee says 6 o'clock in the morning is the best time to get a hold of him, and then he tweeted me back, it is. That was it. I was like, that's my boy. That's my connection. So, no, but all right, man. Do you have anything other than this Jits tournament coming up September 9th?
Yeah, September 9th.
High Rollers.
High Rollers down in LA.
Number 2. Is it gonna be on TV?
I'm not sure where it's gonna be at. I know Be Real TV hosted it on his television podcast or something like that, his program.
Okay.
And then I'm not sure where it's gonna be or how it's gonna be like.
Okay, if you get any information on that, send it our way. We'll see. We'll try to promote it. We'll try to get it out there, get people watching you, rolling, all lit, and lit on the mat.
3 of my teammates going in.
Oh, you got 3?
Yeah.
Oh.
So me, one of my buddies Bruno, and Kenny Freeman, Denver, Merrifield, Nerva. Man, that dude. Man, we put that guy to work last year, and man, he became no-gi world champ. He came from the bottom, like of the darkness, and like I had to go out there get him up to go run with me every day. Trying to build him, and because he helped me. Yeah. So we helped each other build each other. Going into worlds. Yeah. He came out. And then I ate a fucking damn edible the night before, and I got too lit, so I didn't do well. But he went in there and he killed it, man. He became the champ.
Really?
He struggled a lot before. He went through all his like breakups and stuff. But hey, man, he came from the dark and became world champ. Purple belt world champ.
That's awesome. Do you prefer gi or no gi?
Man, I like it both. You know, I don't discriminate on either one. Yeah. I do it both. I train in gi every day. I train in no gi every day. So they both only help you to get better. Yeah.
Mio invited me out to Unified, and that was the first time I ever rolled in the gi, and I fell in love with it. I was like, I love rolling in a gi. It's fun. I like it. I mean, when I train, it's no gi, and when I'm with my team, it's always no gi. Yeah. But I went out there and started training a gi, and I was like, dude, I want to enter a tournament, man. I want to roll. I want to roll in a gi. Yeah, dude, it's so nice, and I like them out there. They're good to me out there, so they're really nice. And so I like camps that open their doors and let people come in, man. It is an individual sport, and so you should be able to gain knowledge from whoever you want. No one should try to own you and be like, you're my team. Like you should. I've always said this: you should have your team that you're with the majority of the time, but you should be able to travel out and just go get other experiences, because it's all about you, man. You need to be selfish in that way.
So I'm gonna go out and travel. I want to go out there and learn a lot from everybody else down in Cali. There's a lot of good people out there. We gotta train hard with some few friends I have out there. So
and then bring it back here and teach it to everyone, because we need to
here, and then I want to build my team up.
We need to build up the fight game in Utah. Utah's a fight state. I want to
change the whole world, but
you got to start somewhere, man.
You only can change one person at a time.
That's right. Start here, man. Well, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for coming out today. You gave us some. This is gonna be our controversial interview. First time we talked about drugs, but it's it's something that needs to change. It's a culture that needs to change. We need to start figuring out how to work together on this. Everyone work together. Man, I appreciate it. Good luck. September 9th, I'll be cheering for you. If I get a chance to watch it anywhere, I'm going to check it out. Thanks for coming on the show, everybody.
Thank you.
Be good to yourself. Be good to each other. I love you.